Okay guys, I want to show you one Fire Kings combo that is probably the bread and butter combo of the whole deck. So in draw phase, we'd activate Wanted. We'd go ahead and add ourselves a Black Witch. Now this is all a one card combo. We do need to have just a random discard here, whatever it may be. So now in main phase, we're going to special summon the Black Witch, discard whatever this random card may be. We're going to set Simple Spoil Snake Eye. Now this combo gets even better if you have an extra fire in hand, if you already have Kieran, things like that. Activate. We're going to go ahead, pitch the Black Witch to special summon out Snake Eye Ash. Ash effect is going to add us Onyx. We would go ahead and draw a card here off of the Wanted by banishing Wanted. Probably do that as soon as possible. Onyx is going to add us a Sanctuary after we normal summon it. So now we would activate Sanctuary, set an island. Okay, now here are your options here. We want to get a Kieran in hand, but we also want to play for the future. So we're going to pop the Onyx, summon the Grunix effect. We're going to pop Barong here. And this is not the only way to play this. It's going to depend on your hand. So, you know, if you already got a Kieran in hand, you can play this a little bit different and go for a little bit different play. But we're going to pop the Barong. So in standby, we'll get the Kieran, assuming they don't have DD Crow or Ghost Bell or something like that right here. But anyways, now we can use Snake Eye Ash. Effect is going to get rid of this to special summon the Flamebird's Dragon. Flamebird's Dragon and Garunix are going to make Sunlight Wolf. Go into Sunlight Wolf. Effect of Flamebird's Dragon to special back out an Ash and a Onyx. Effect of Salomon Great Sunlight Wolf to add the Flamebird. Okay, so now we would go into, there's actually two options. So we can go into IP Masquerena here. Okay, so now we're into IP Masquerena. The issue with this is your Onyx does not get destroyed. So it would just depend on the state of your hand. If you already had a Kieran, you could pop it special, then use that. That way you have follow-up. But in this case, you're going to pass on this right here. And then in the standby phase, off of Barong's effect, you're going to get back a Kieran. So the interruptions we have here are, we're going to pop Flamebird to special this. Chain 1 Flamebird, chain 2 Garunix. Special back out Garunix. Special back out this. And special back out this off of the Flamebird's Dragon. Okay, so now we can use Garunix effect. We would go chain 1. You'd have to do this at the right time, of course. We would go chain 1 Garunix, chain 2 IP Masquerena. So IP Masquerena would take, you have an option here. So you go 1, 2, 3. I would typically go 4. That way you have a big bodied, you'd also need to trigger the effect of Onyx. Don't forget Onyx. Then you would go into a 4 negate Appaloosa with 3200 attack, so it'd be really hard for them to do that. Now, we could pop, we have an option here to pop the Arvada and just have a body on board, but you could also pop another Kieran. Also, if you miss timing on the Onyx here, you could bring it back out. But typically, you want to bring the Barong back. That way you can, if it gets destroyed, you'll have more follow-up next turn. So, in this particular case, now that you special summoned, and now you get to destroy one card on the field due to his effect, Kieran's effect. So, this particular combo is your bread and butter combo. Now, in a world where this gets destroyed, This is going to gain a lot of attacks. It's going to be hard for them to beat over that. They would probably get rid of this in some regard. They'd probably burn it up, then run it over. And you're probably going to be left on, you know, we'll just say you're left on one card, whatever. So you would draw. Okay, so we're going to Barong effect. We're going to add a Kieran from the deck. Add a Kieran from the deck. You could also add Ponyx here if you wanted to get more follow-up. But it's not going to make a big difference. It just depends on what's in your hand. So in this case, we drew the Garunix. So what we can do here, we'll just assume this is our hand. We'll just say this is our hand. We'll go Kieran effect, pop the Arvata Garunix effect to special. Now we're going to pop we're going to miss timing on that, but we're going to go ahead and intentionally pop another Arvata to be able to special summon. If you need a negate, you can bring out, well, no, not a negate. Then we can just bring out another Kieran for damage. So in most cases, we have it normaled, so we would normal summon Ponyx. We would add ourselves a Skyburn. So now we have some problems on the field to deal with. We can deal with them. Or, you know, we can do a lot of different plays. If we need SP, we can go Ponyx and then anything else into SP, banish something on the field, or we could go back, we could go into depending on what they're playing, let's just say you're in a mirror match, you can go into Hita with any of these two. Hita with any of these two, and now you can resurrect something, resurrect their Ponyx, whatever you want to do. Then now we can go into Selene effect. We're going to resurrect the Black Witch. Resurrect the Black Witch. Now you can go into access code talker, and then you can have a 5300 body, and you'll have a light and a fire and a wind that you can use to destroy stuff on the field. So typically this is gonna be enough for game in any situation. And then you also got the Skyburn if you need to use that to get something troublesome. Unfortunately, this one does target, so you know you just gotta be careful with that. But yeah, I mean, and then you still have the Fire King Island. You can pop something on the field, add something you need. Yeah, I mean, this is a really good option, to be honest with you. And if you're in a bind, you can also go into, if you know you don't have game here, you can also do a lot of other plays. You could go Garunix to pop. You could have made like a 4 material this guy. I mean, that would have been crazy. You know, just it's all about situations, but this is typically your bread and butter for Fire Kings. Right now, when the new cards come out, this is all gonna change. I'll be testing that here pretty soon. Actually gonna start testing that today probably. Because that set comes out in like just a few days. So but to be honest, I don't really like the Appaloosa line that I just showed you that much, just because it never feels that powerful. I think sometimes it's better to have this on the and just play on your Fire King interruptions, because they're pretty strong. but it does give you an option, and you could end on SP, and you could actually go into Appaloosa on the forefront, but I wouldn't recommend that because without IP, it's not going to let you do it on their turn, because you might be able to go into SP if you really need to, or there's some other little cool things that you can go into. I'm not running any of them right now, but there's a lot of things that you can go into. Yeah. Or if you need to go into an access code, if you know they're not going to be able to just beat over it, you could go into that. Something, whatever you want to do. There's a lot of different options with this deck. That's one reason why it is going to be a top deck for quite a while. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.